Alright, we're back to working on the Trans Am. What you messing with?
Tearing apart an old portable air conditioner. It was actually in good shape, just the people had never cleaned the coils off, so they're completely clogged, and they were wondering why it wouldn't cool anything, but so, you know.
So yeah, we got the disassembler over here. You need to start your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We just
Tear shit apart.
ripping stuff apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta change the oil in this thing. We looked at the e-brake. One of the cables is frozen. And I need to plug these two holes from stupid pins from a couch.
From a different disassembler.
From another disassembling. Can actually reach the oil filter with the new headers. The old ones, which were completely wrong for this car and this engine, you couldn't get really to the oil filter. This pad smashed up from already hitting it against the ground a couple times. Alright, let's see if I can get this filter off without it fighting me. There we go. New filter. One would actually had pure laters in stock. Alright, now we start the engine. Now you can see there's a pretty big sump on that pan. I want to say this is like a 6 or 7 quart pan, which is a little ridiculous for this car, but it's whatever the hillbillies put on before. I know it's going to take 5 quarts at the minimum, so we're going to put 5 in, check the stick. Alright, we're sitting about a quart low. So let's throw another quart in it. Alright, we're about half, so it's a little over the full mark. So we put in about 3 quarts out of this jug. So yeah, it's like an 8 quart pan. Which is, that's ridiculous. 5 quarts is plenty. PSI. That's much better. That oil needed changed bad because it would sit about 40. Well, we're done with this today. I'm not really messing with that e-brake because I need to buy a cable for it or take the driver's side one off and try and free it up, but I'm just going to buy a cable. And the equalizer bar needs replaced, and I'm pretty sure the cable from the pedal needs replaced. So it's not dire. It doesn't need done. Don't need to take the car down this close to the show for something that's not exactly needed. But today we're going to go over to Marty's house and work on the other Trans Am, his dad's, his 80 pace car, and try and get that rolling so we can take this car and this car to Carlisle so they can sit next to each other.
Well, let's hope that you get it done.
Yeah, we got to do a couple things like this wheel. The caliper needs unseized and pulled apart and looked at. The brake light switch needs looked at. I guess you don't need brake lights to drive there.
I like,
Hazards on.
no, I can use my reverse light switch tied into my brake lights and just hit the switch until I hit the brakes.
And he wants to change out the radiator and the heater core. Instead of just, looping the heater core, like I keep saying. But the radiator's got, he says there's a pinhole somewhere, so radiator's gonna come out, and we have a new one sitting out there. We're just measuring it up to make sure it's gonna fit, because it is an A-body radiator. So yeah, we're gonna get rolling on that. Alright, so we took the caliper off and tried pushing on the pedal to get it to pop the piston out a little bit, and it wouldn't move, even with Bill standing on it with both feet.
Yeah.
So we think we either got a hose issue, or the caliper's totally seized. So either way, the caliper's got to come out, get drained, and we're going to tear it apart to take a look inside and probably just replace this hose anyways.
We got 2 front hoses split.
And we'll probably do the same on the other side just in case. Alright, Bill's going to press the pedal and see if anything comes out this brake line. You're hitting it?
Yeah, I'm just pushing it now.
Nothing's coming out. Push on it a little harder.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, nothing. So yeah, this brake line's shot. So maybe this caliper's alright. Alright, got the block of wood. Better prevent it from shooting out. It moves. There you go. So caliper's fine. It's just that hose. Or something further up the hose. Just hope not. Alright, we're trying to get this brake line off. But first of all, they put this sheeting, aka brake ruster, on all the lines. So you had to cut a little bit off and pull it off to even get the wrenches on. And 10's too big, 9's too small, 3/8 is too sloppy. So we gotta get something in here to loosen this. Maybe. No.
I want to use vice grip then.
Well, maybe.
Just make sure you got that wrench centered good on it.
Ah, there we go.
Okay. That's what's nice about
Did
it.
you get it today?
You got it.
That's what's nice about it. Rust free.
I love brake line wrenches that are bigger than the size that they say they are.
Yeah. I probably wore it out.
They're probably made by brake line manufacturers, so they round off the nuts and then you have to cut the
Yes.
line and replace the line anyways.
Yes. You're buying 2 products from them.
Alright, we got the brake line capped, so now we're gonna work on this. We're gonna pop this little O-ring out and brush the inside of this and without disturbing the dust boot. Alright, we got the hose ordered. It's showing up tomorrow. Get the hell out of frame.
Hey, you guys!
And now we're cleaning up the piston and the caliper in the new paint.
Dirty.
It's dirty, but it's still looking good. So yeah, we're like the Shipbox Daily A-body collectors.
Yeah, that should be a good channel name.
Everyone's got it. You can have a million A-bodies, but if they're the nice show cars, it doesn't count. All right, we got the caliper back together, cleaned up, new seal, because we kind of broke the old one. But it's gonna go back on the car, but we're still gonna wait on that line, that hose to get in. We got the coolant draining. We dropped the car down, tip the radiator down towards the drain and draining the coolant right now.
I'll need a phone.
So we can get all the coolant from the heater core down this way.
Yeah.
Alright, right now we're popping out the radiator. Working on that. Try to get these radiator, all the lines unhooked. Stupid long screwdriver. Nope, I gotta get a socket.
Well, I need to figure it out. What do I need to do?
Alright, we got everything unhooked as far as we're aware. So the radiator should just slip right out. Probably won't. Of course this tank,
It's antifreeze in it, so be careful.
they had to, mold it so they can jam it right up against everything instead of just, being the square body right here that can just sit in this hole. They got to, mold it around the AC and the other AC line and stuff just so it can be in just enough in the way.
Well, we want to give you a little more coolant. That's why.
Yeah, cooling because we, running short on that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tip it like this. Yeah. You good?
Yep. Got the radiator out now. All this room.
How's Chris say it?
Radiator.
Ah. I don't know how it rats.
But here's the old one.
Just tired.
Oh, and your plastic shroud's rusting.
Yeah.
But this is what was holding us up, why we couldn't just pull the shroud, because it's got a hook underneath the radiator for some reason. And it can't be a two-piece either.
Well, we're cutting it.
And it's up to you, man. I wouldn't.
We're cutting it.
But, yeah, that's what we're dealing with now. And it's starting to rain.
Naturally.
We're cleaning up the
Charade.
charade, the topinator combo thing. So the radiator hopefully will fit in there and then it'll go right back in. Alright, Junior's tensioner failed really hard. So we're out here replacing it now. I got the new one on already. Just a quick detour.
Can I at least fucking stand up before you put me on camera?
I've been filming for 17 seconds. You had all that time to stand up.
That's because I had my ear out here listening to it.
So now we're gonna.
I'm like, what do you got going here? Bad water pump? I don't know.
Alright, Chris showed up.
Yep.
Brought the Chevelle out for once in his life.
Where's Einstein?
We started, we got the new radiator in. It was kind of a hassle trying to figure out, like, what orientation this got to be sitting in the shroud, because you can see it's way too far. The radiator, yeah, you can't use the rubbers. The radiator just barely slips in with the metal around the edge here. It's like flat metal plates.
Yeah.
And we had to bring it over, the radiator over this way in the shroud. But now it's in there. It is fast, solid in there. It's not coming, it's not moving.
I'm not even bolted down on that side.
Can you trim the rubbers down so it's just sitting on them?
It won't fit.
They
The only
won't
thing I
fit
could
here.
do, I'd have to cut this plastic, get rid of this lip,
Oh, okay.
take it so it's flush at the very top on both sides.
Well, the plastic shouldn't rub that aluminum, I wouldn't think.
No.
But, alright, we got the radiator in, bottom bolts are in the shroud. The lower hose is hooked up. It is touching the frame a little bit and kind of crimping the hose a hair bit. Training lines are on. Had to get pulled them up and resituate them, but they're on. So far everything's coming together. But before we put coolant in it, we got to do that heater core. Alright, we just had to struggle about as much to get the coolant bottle back in as we did to get it out, but it's not touching the belts. It's just barely touching the training cooler lines, but it's in. If only they could have, you know,
Where's that 13
just used a
millimeter socket?
square box.
I could only imagine if you had to, like, work at the dealer back in the day and one of these rolled in, I would cringe. I'd be like, I don't want to work on these things.
I did.
Just hang on, Riley. Just look at all the spaghetti. It's all black spaghetti.
Where's the 13 millimeter socket that was around?
And
I would cringe. No wonder everybody hates these cars. They probably had to work on it.
think it fell. Alright, we are going back over to Marty's house today. I think I'm going to take the Trans Am over there. This thing needs washed real good, so I got my car wash stuff in it. The water here is garbage, and the dust on the ground will ruin it instantly. Alright, car made it here. Just got done washing it, and I didn't film any of that like I probably should have, but looks a lot better. And I did try and clean up the engine bay, get all the dirt and crap off the radiator support and the shroud and the fender wells. Looks a lot better. All right, today's the day, Carlisle. I gotta clean that lower spoiler, but we are heading out to Carlisle. Hopefully gonna have this Trans Am next to Bill's Trans Am. He ground on it pretty good, so he said it's ready, so we'll see. Alright, here at Carlisle.
into action.
Get some good, quite a few people looking at it. But we're gonna roll over to Marty's car.
You're gonna roll over?
Yeah, we're gonna roll.
My dog?
And because our buddy Jack's got his Hurst Olds out here.
It's an original Hurst Olds. Like, the car's never been repainted, it's never been rebuilt. It's a survivor. I think it's got 15,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Check it out in a minute.
And the other one made it. This is Bill's 80 you've seen previously. Got it out here. We're having some issues with the carburetor right now. The needle's stuck. So we're going to try a couple things to get it to unstick. But it made it, and that's all that matters. And then right down the alleyway here is another 80 pace car that we're going to go take a look at.
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't film what we did to fix it, but basically we took some vice grips and capped off the fuel line, ran the carb out of gas, let that float drop, and then so that whatever's stuck in there can fall, and then started it back up with the vice grip off so it can flush whatever's stuck in the seat out, and it's running fine now. And this is Kenny's car. It's like the all original, super nice version of Bill's. He's got some things done to it, like a bunch of the vacuum lines and some capped off, and the wiring's replaced, and that EGR's capped off. He doesn't have the side moldings, but he's owned it since '88, and then right about 20 years ago he had it restored, and it's super nice.
Like, this has been redone, and you can tell it's not bent.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Kenny over here to explain the car. Hurst equipped.
Got power antenna.
Four-speed.
Oh, so it's got a Pontiac motor in it. Yeah, it does. It says, you want to know how you know? It says TA 6.6. If it was an Olds 403, it would just say 6.6 liter.
All original.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I've had it since I was 17.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got the original 80 down there. My dad bought that car new.
Nice.
I like seeing them in original condition.
Notices that if the paint got ruined and rain, everything. Here's the original fuel economy, radio. Here's the original sticker when it was bought for $12,000 on that, and the anniversary came with two sheets.
Nice.
Yep. And the only option this car does not have, because it's a 404 speed, is the cruise control.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That was the only option, but it came with everything else.
Nice.
Tomorrow it'll be really nice when I clean it up and put everything out for it.
This is like the one car we're missing, because his dad's got the 80 that he bought new. I got the 81 right there that he used to own. That
Nice.
I got it
Now
from
we see
him.
a 10th anniversary.
Now we just need the 10th anniversary, and maybe a macho.
That would be nice.
What are you doing, Bill?
My car's thirsty. It says, do heater core right this minute. Meanwhile, it's all over the floor, all over the carpet.
Yeah, the car's spitting on him, telling him to do the heater core.
Yeah. But I think I have a cure for the way home.
Called more water.
Well, I stole Marty's radiator cap that actually won't build up pressure. So that's going to be a plus in my favor. And I'm going to throw some sealer in it. That should do something possibly. The only way the sealer is really going to work if it's got pressure on it. So I don't know. I'll throw it in anyway. It's got nothing to lose. So what are you doing?
Chilling.
You're freezing, huh?
Yep.
You can do that. How soon till we're out of here?
I don't know.
I haven't looked at anything yet. All I looked at was Ken's Trans Ams.
I'll walk around.
Tom's next to it. Yeah.
There's plenty of Fieros and Chevettes to go look at.
What's that guy, that Chevette's here, that blue one that had an LS in it?
Oh, there's a few of them. There's an LS, there's a LT1. What was the other one? There's another crazy one.
So that's the way to define one. But to answer your question, it's like a wagon. It's got the hood tag. It's gonna, you know, like you might find a lower car for 71 or 72. This one's really nice. Those aren't
This thing's pretty cool.
Now this car was wrong. Said needle was a couple of the way I found out about it, just totally off the Firebird, down Ocean City. I'm out walking around, my wife's sitting there. She starts talking to this guy, I get back to the way I got back. I start talking, I said, yeah, I'm doing this. Oh, my dad, man, said needles, come this way.
Couple of Can-Ams. These things are pretty cool. Slapstick. And both of these have the spoilers. The story goes that the mold broke, and so halfway through production, I think, so half the cars didn't get spoilers.
Where are you heading off to?
Great.
Okay.
Right along?
Where are you going? I gotta go to the bathroom.
Great.
Alright, got wrapped up with a parade. Unfortunately, Bill couldn't go because his car's still not fixed. So, he's going to be working on that until he gets the T-tops out.
It's more peaceful, it fucking works. What do you think, Sam, if I have kids? Oh, let's see, I'll do scram.
Fly it down after, I want to finagle it.
Alright, finally, after Bill doing whatever he was doing.
Well, I was making it simple. I was going from hose out in there.
Yeah. And then me coming in and doing it the simple way like I wanted to from the beginning. Now it's together.
Yeah, you had to fight to get the heater hoses off. The one off.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Took me like 20 minutes and you were here for like 3 hours.
No, 3 hours. I started at 1:30. It's now 2:30. Give me a break. You were on it for half an hour. So I was one hose connector away from being buttoned up. No, I'm gonna do it. All right, do what you gotta do.
But yeah, it's together, and the heater core is the only thing that's bypassed, so we don't have to worry about the turbocharger coolant feed line thing. All right, and we made it back. It's a good day today. Number 2 at Carlisle. We did get Bill's Trans Am fixed completely. It's not leaking coolant. We do have to replace the heater core still, but we made it back just in time for the rain to kind of go over and drop a little bit on us. I'm not sure if it's going to rain harder, but I don't want to take that chance. So, good show. This will be the end of the episode of 2 Trans Ams.